Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 8th of September and I'm heading home at a rather late 6:45 p.m. But as you might notice, I'm also not leaving from work because I've just been to Square Chapel, who rang up this morning needing an urgent delivery of coffee for the weekend. Hence I've been roasting this afternoon some coffee for them, and also some coffee biscuits. Let's just make sure we get it. Oh no, go on. Yeah, not running the people over. Yeah, so they were desperate for some coffee biscuits and coffee, and so I dropped it down. Set off at R5 to come down to Square Chapel, and would you believe it was their grand opening night, even though they've been open ages now in the new building. But it's the start of the new season for them. Obviously Square Chapel is a big arts foundation centre, so they have lots of acts on. Tonight they've got some jugglers, the Candini jugglers, and also someone singing, and they had a sort of a not like a one-man band, but a group of about 5 artists, so obviously doing percussion and music thing, just singing, well, not singing, they weren't really singing, they were just playing musical instruments, but doing realistically sort of like lots of songs, like they did Basement Jacks and things like that, but through percussion, which was, it was really good. It was interesting as well. So yeah, I ended up staying ages at Square Chapel after doing the delivery, because they got this on and they had a load of speeches about the opening and thanks to the founders of the Square Chapel and everything else. So it was really interesting. So I stopped on and partook in the opening ceremony sort of thing. So that was good, and it's good that they're really busy, because I delivered Monday, well, Tuesday, we dropped off a load of coffee anyway, and they've already got through that and they started that, and then Martin, who is one of the main people there, was saying that, you know, tonight marks the night of their opening season. This is when they get busy. And we've been sending a lot of coffee to them so far since they started up the new section with the coffee bar and whatever else. So if now they're going to get busy, it's going to be full-on roast time, really. So yeah, so that was all good. This week, on the whole, it's been okay. Steady away, work-wise. I was concentrating there on someone behind me who was desperate to try and get past, but decided they didn't want to. So yeah, it's been alright this week, kind of busy. And a lot on. Been Lightcliff Tea Rooms last night, went to drop that off, and then they'd gone home, they got there too late. So I ended up going this morning, and so that was a bit of a hefty. I was going to vlog this morning. To be honest, it's a good job I didn't, because it had been about a 50-minute vlog from setting off from home to get there and then get to work. So that had kind of been a long vlog, wouldn't it? But yeah, otherwise, yeah, work-wise it's been all right. It's been an interesting week for me generally, because I kind of got into, it's all Paul's fault, Paul W, who got me into Steemit, and I've been through Steemit, and obviously Steemit itself is like a blogging platform. One of my mates in today, I'll be telling me something interesting. It's a blogging platform, Steemit, but because it's all based on cryptocurrency, that's the whole sort of basis of it. I have no idea how it works, cryptocurrency anyway, and how Steemit working out that if you blog, you get to get a part of the currency, the mind the hashes of. I don't understand that either. But so I've been into that, and I've been reading all the things about cryptocurrency on that. So I kind of got into Bitcoin mining. Then I was looking at Dash and Ethereum, which are cryptocurrencies. I ended up buying some shares in Dash. So not actually buying Dash as a coin, but buying shares in it on a shares system. Which I looked at it, and it sort of been low, and it had gone up real high, massive high, and then it dropped and dropped and dropped, and it was sort of at a stable point. And I thought, I'll get that. I'm going to get some shares in Dash there, because I think it's going to rise again. So I got last week, I think last Wednesday, bought shares in it, and of course what happened was it kept dropping, didn't it? I was like, oh no man, what have I done? It's just going to keep dropping. So it kept dropping, and I kept an eye on it, and then this week it started rising again, and it rised a bit, and then Tuesday it got pretty high, and it dropped a bit, and by Wednesday night it had increased to probably the highest amount. It was a good amount of profit that I made selling on Wednesday night, but it was really late at night, and I was looking at it, I was like, it might go higher, I'll wait. And then last night it had dropped, and then it went back up to nearly the same point, but I was like, I'm going to wait a bit. And today it had done another little climb, and I looked at it, I was like, I'm going to sell out now, because I have no idea what I'm doing with markets and shares. It was an entirely random thing I decided to try. So I sold out and made some good profit on that share, which now I need to just look and see what I'm going to invest in next. But shares markets is hard work, really. I mean, I made some profit on that one. It was pure luck, you know. I looked at it and thought, well, it's going to go up. It actually went down, but then it did go up again. So, but now I've got to look at other options. You know, Bitcoin, I've been looking at, that's pretty volatile. Ethereum, I'm not really sure about that. There's a lot of, you know, there's plenty of other shares you can buy into, but it's all about finding it when it's going to, you got it at a low, so you buy in low, and then it climbs, and then you can sell higher. That's the whole point of shares, of making, if you want to make money on shares, which I don't know anything about it. I just dived in, and so maybe I'll make try something different, a different one. But it's just going to be about looking at it and seeing something that you think is going to drop and then rise again. So I don't know, right? I need to go in, because he's probably wondering why I'm sat here talking to myself again, as usual. So I'll come back to you shortly, and I need to do Richard Nellis's stuff again, because I haven't done that either. I should have done it while I was sat watching the big performance at Square Chapel, but I was watching the performance, it was good. I enjoyed it. Right, okay, see you in a bit. And I'm back. Need to really get on with Richard Nellis's words of wisdom, so I can get straight in home when I get home. No, I don't want that. Fiddly little icons on the iPhone. Right, here we go. Richard Nellis. This is going to be a quick one, Richard. Sorry, I need to fly through this because I want to get home. He's been to Thackley Museum as a Pennine Magpie bus trip on Tuesday. I believe that Pennine Magpie is where he goes to. He's been singing Viva Las Vegas by Elvis Presley. Wayne Rooney in I thought he was going to say Big Brother then. That would be a thing, wouldn't it? Wayne Rooney in Big Brother. In Big Bother after both drinking and driving. Well, actually, it wasn't just drinking and driving, was he? Because he was womanising as well, that naughty boy. When he's got a wife and children. Tut tut tut. David on holiday in Wales with his mum and dad. Whoever David is, don't know. My dad having a word with me about Chris, as Chris still has not arranged my annual Alton Towers holiday yet, because Chris has been busy with both politics since he is a councillor, and Chris was on a holiday in Switzerland with his girlfriend this week, so my dad will be having a word with Chris. Extra things, Classic FM's 25th anniversary. He's catched up on the radio player to listen to the c0ff33, the story of the birth of the Classic FM, on Wednesday evening, as the show was on Tuesday evening. While I was at the Feathers pub on singing, obviously. Singing, yes. So, okay, so you got it on catch up on Wednesday because it was on Tuesday night, but you were out. Listening to the recital of Classic FM as it was at Dumfries House. Catch up with Classic FM's 25th birthday concert with the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic, or that's easy for you to say, isn't it? Royal Philharmonic Orchestra on the radio player. Big farewell to Nicholas Bailey, who was the first voice to be on Classic FM as he was on the channel from 1992 to 2017, as he did the morning news before John Sushis did a good farewell to Nicholas. So, right, there you are. That's it. That's Mr. Richard Nelson's words of wisdom. Not all of them always make that much sense to me, but they are. Let's get on our way home. So, yes, I have randomly just gone completely bonkers about cryptocurrency. Don't ask me why. I bought shares in Dash, like I said, made a bit of money on it, sold out before it dropped. I don't know if I'm not going to now go back and look at the sort of the shares running on Dash, because I'll get really depressed if it goes up again. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. I couldn't decide what I was going to do. So, but you know, I don't care. I bought in low and sold at pretty high. For me, I'm happy with that. It's not as high as it had been, but it was also for a long time very, very low. Then it rose quite high. Like I say, I caught it on a downturn. As it kept going down when I bought it, which isn't good, but then it went back up again and it got pretty high. So I sold out then. I need to figure out what I'm going to look at next, maybe. Just make a little bit there. Bitcoin wise, I don't know. I just kind of like, because the thing about Steemit is there's lots on Steemit of just general blogs and people just trying to, you know, scrape together a bit of dollars of crypto coins in Steam by blogging and doing different blog posts and things. But there is, you know, deeply underlining the whole idea of the thing is about cryptocurrency, and you know, it's all based on that. So there's a lot of posts on there when you read about it, all about cryptocurrency and that sort of thing. And I've been reading them because it's there, and I've been reading them, and it's quite, you know, I find it quite fascinating, in fact. So I've been looking at that, and I was looking at Bitcoin, looked into mining Bitcoin, because I just found that really interesting. I've always heard about mining Bitcoin, and you never really, well, I never really understood what the chuff it was on about, really. I never understood the basics of it or anything else. So I just knew it was happening, and it was this big thing in cryptocurrency, and so I looked into it more, and yeah, apparently going back about 4 years, in about 2013, you could basically use your own home PC, computer, or your MacBook, whatever else, and you could run programs to mine Bitcoin, basically, and it would, you know, you'd do it and you'd get it together. It's all based on hashes. So what you're doing is you're using the computational power of the computer. Generally, graphics cards are better at it because it's very complex mathematical equations. So, and obviously, you know, graphics cards are designed to do this sort of thing. So generally, it was the graphics cards of your computers you'd use, and it would come up with these hashes. And the hashes are what the whole cryptocurrency is based on. They're what bind it all together and make it secure. So to make each coin, you need all these hashes to come. You're going to find the hash and confirm it and bring it all together. So back in 2013, you could do it with your home computer. Then it came like a sort of, you know, a gold rush sort of thing of people panning for gold in olden America and that sort of thing, where, you know, everyone suddenly jumped on this bandwagon of we can get these bitcoins and they're going to be worth real money from finding all these hashes. And of course, because it went like that, what happened is it went commercial and big companies got into it. They started building systems just designed to produce these hashes. So instead of using a computer and a graphics card, there are, you can buy entire systems that are dedicated to producing hashes. So on a decent graphics card, like on my MacBook Pro, I could run a program called MacMiner, and I can do like 34 millihashes per second. I've got a Range Rover Evoque right up my chuff, literally right up my arse. Cheeky Evoque, and I'm on 34, it's a 30 zone. Do I just go slower to pee him off? You're going to annoy people who just do that. So anyway, and as I was saying, rudely interrupted by a Range Rover Evoque. My cadge is better than your Evoque. I'm desperate for him to dive past me along here, so I can get his reg as well, because I can't even see his reg, he's that close up my arse. And he's sticking to it as well. So yeah, now you can buy systems. So millihash per second, I can get about 34 from a MacBook Pro, millihashes per second. Right. What they're talking about now is systems, but it's going to cost you a few £1,000 that do terahashes. So you got millihashes, gigahashes, terahashes, and you're talking thousands of terahashes. So realistically, if you've got a system that is doing a couple of thousand terahashes of calculations per second, it's going to find potential bitcoins. Come on, slow down. Ooh, damn, that was close. It's going to find potential bitcoins very, very quickly. Whereas if you're doing millihashes on my MacBook Pro, you're not going to find many at all, because they're already being found by these big systems. Like I say, big businesses, commercial businesses have got into it and have just sort of bought these massive systems. You can buy yourself, if you want to spend a few £1,000s, you can buy a massive system. But the downside of this is it going to be worthwhile doing? Is the monetary cost of the electricity to run the thing going to be more than the actual Bitcoin value you can get back? And also, the other problem is, it's all based on, alright, if it costs you £2,500, but in a year's time you'll have earned back enough Bitcoin to the value, let's say, of £3,000, so you make £500 profit, it'll pay for itself in the first year. But that's all based on the value of Bitcoin right now. What happens if Bitcoin drops in value? All of a sudden, then you might be mining Bitcoin that's lesser value than you were expecting, and you aren't going to make enough money to do it. So really, the gold rush of Bitcoin has long passed. There are other cryptocurrencies, like I say, Dash, there's Ethereum. Dash was formerly known as Darkcoin, apparently. There's the weirdest one ever is Dogecoin, which is literally a meme-based coin of the Doge. But yeah, there's a lot of different crypto coins like banging about, but obviously, they're probably not going to be worth that much. You want to look towards Bitcoin. Ethereum's pretty big. Like I said, Dash it seems to be pretty a big one, really. I've looked into a bit of Dash, but but yeah, mining commercially with graphics cards or computers or whatever else, it's just not there anymore. But as apparently, I was reading up on one post on Steam. Someone said, I came here from Reddit. Someone did a post on Reddit, how to earn cryptocurrency with a shitty computer. Literally, that was the term. Blog on Steam it. Because, you can blog on Steam it with the most basic laptop or netbook or anything. Goodness knows, you could do it on your smartphone. If you had a basic smartphone, you could blog on it. And you earn cryptocurrency from your blog's value. Now, what I did manage to do on Monday, I did a post on Steam about, in fact, I'll leave a link to that post actually, because I was quite proud of that post. It wasn't bad for me. I don't do the greatest posts on Steam, but that wasn't a bad of a post. about roasting coffee, because I'd roasted on Monday for Square Chapel. I did a little post about roasting coffee. I did a couple of roasts. I did some Monsoon Malabar, did a little bit about that, and then the Costa Rican, which are darker roasts. The Monsoon Malabar is light roast, and the Costa Rican I do for Square Chapel is dark roasted because I use it for espresso cappuccino. I did the post about that, but I'd read another post from someone else about, you know, promoting your Steemit post. There's a various little, they're not apps, they're other accounts that do promotion, so you can send them some of your earned money and then they will upvote and earn you more money back again. So comparatively, on my normal Steemit posts I might get 0.015 Steam, maybe up to 0.37 or 0.5 or something Steam or whatever else. And on this one I use these from this guide, these different promotional ones, and it got up to, within, you know, from posting it and doing the promotion, up to $2.27 from, compared to everything else that I've never got over $1 before. So $2.27 was amazing for a post. So that was quite interesting that you can sort of up your posts that way. But obviously you've got to pay to get it back again. So I paid out like $1.05 of my Steam for that promotion, and it's come out at $2.27. So actually I haven't made $2.27 because I paid some to get it. I might be lucky to make $1 in the end, because it's risen since then. It's up to about 2.4 today. I won't get paid out till Monday. It's a 7-day payout system, so, but I might get $1 out of it. But the thing is, it promoted it more than my natural posting is and followers and whatever else. So that's quite interesting. But yeah, it's a way to, you know, you can make a bit of cryptocurrency if you don't want to make your computers burn their hearts out, mine on the processors. Just do some blogging and do it on Steemit instead. Right, I'm off in now. It's late enough. So have a good weekend and week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog, which will be, it won't be more rehearsed or coherent or anything. It'll just be the same random rubbish I put up every week, won't it? Yes. We all know it's going to be like this. I always watch Bob's vlogs and think, I'm going to do something really good next week, and every week I just do the same old thing while I'm driving home. I'll just get it done quick, so I just need to get on with it, and I've got too many other things to think about. My brain's melting. I'll see you in next week's coffee vlog. See ya!